He's a fucking absolute enemy. Jeez. Can't. Testing. Well, here I am again. we're going to keep fighting the good fight of faith. Some people don't believe in the Bible, and they still got problems. Everybody's still got problems. The only chance I got, you got, anybody got, I believe. Hey, if you're going to have problems, put that in the equation. Maybe you got a chance, because otherwise there's no chance. Enemies of your own household. That's what the Bible says. I am very tired. My parents are getting old. I'm getting old. I did not drink any coffee today. But my stomach feels better. Money. Now I understand why. I guess I never realized how big of a factor money plays in a relationship, or the lack thereof, or if somebody loses a job, or somebody's going to school and whatever. The cost of living continues to rise. I did not realize when I always heard you'll always hear that money is cited as one of the main reasons always of a divorce, which kind of makes sense. But you would think love, and the amount of time and family and blood would find ways around money, especially when it's basically just a fiat currency. It's a shell game. Sure, you need it. It's changed over time. It's basically Bitcoin. We're heading to Bitcoin, electronic currency. $50 bills in a wheelbarrow full just to get a loaf of bread, the Bible says. Maybe not today, maybe not in 5 years, maybe not in 10 years, but if that's the case, God's saying, hey, that money, I can make that money nothing. Anytime I want. That money is nothing. I guess I'm more surprised at how, yeah. Hey, times are really tough. I'm basically a broke college student, an older one. And opportunities to make money quickly are limited. But you would think if you could have anybody in your corner, as long as you weren't drinking, smoking, looking at pornography, going out with promiscuous people, going to casinos, not smoking cigarettes, not watching dirty, bad programs on TV. You would think if you've got a person who, all things being equal, has gone to school, read their Bible, prayed, tried to live as a Judeo-Christian, I guess being an undesirable, being kind of one of those people, the Nazis, just not quite up to snuff, just not quite smart enough, not quite fast enough. He's pretty slow, but It's like Miss McCann would say, I kind of knew I was in trouble in accounting though when I was in Miss McCann, she's the accounting chair. And she tells that story. Well, first of all, her father liked to watch Fox News. She told me that. She would wear a dress once in a while, not all the way to the floor. One of those old, not old, but I mean old fashioned. They don't have any of those women anymore. One of them old school teachers. But I'm not kidding you. I watched her and she did it. I mean, she was up at the board there doing some calculations. I can't remember what we were doing. Something about, I don't know, some sort of management calculation. And has anybody ever seen that movie, The Accountant, with Ben Affleck, where he's in the office, the glass built? He's sending rockets to the moon and stuff. Well, she was basically doing the same thing. And then she turns around and she goes, "Don't worry, class. I was just like some of you, I struggled too." And I'm like, you just got done sending rockets to the moon there, Miss McCann. And she's looking out at the crowd and she goes, there's times where, even I had a family, I was a traditional mother. And so I had to gradually go to school at different times when different life events allowed. And I said, and I'm like, yeah, that's cool. That's awesome. And she's like, there's lots of times I was not one of these students who picked up on everything all the time. Often, in fact, I had a lot of jobs where where my husband sacrificed because I wanted to be home doing my motherly duties, but he knew how bad I wanted to have a career too. And so I wanted to be at home with the family, cooking dinner, spending those 2 or 3 hours in the evening. And there's times where I was so grateful to have an accounting job as a woman, and a woman who's maybe, wasn't always right away sending rockets to the moon. And she said she had to sacrifice. Often she would stay after work to catch up where most people would have already been done and they were paid to do a job for a certain amount of time. I don't know if it's this, that's what she told us. And here's the real funny part of the story. Hey, excuse me. So after she gets done telling that story, she pulls out a stack of business cards. I'm not kidding you. It's about this thick with a rubber band around it. And she starts handing those cards out. And it basically was to the, your counselor's office, your career counseling. And I thought, oh boy, I mean, but I only had a couple, 2, 3 accounting courses to go. So I'm like, by hook or crook, I'm going to try to finish this degree. And like I said, I learned a lot. But we're getting into a point where everything is so automated. If you're not like Ben Affleck and you're not sending rockets to the moon like right now, you're not working. Wow, those jobs are going away unless you're the accountant. You're not getting a real job in one of the big 4, big 5. So, and it's not like 10 or 20 years ago, right? Where you could go work in accounts receivable for a while. You could be an apprentice. You could learn the trade. It's not a trade anymore. It's like everything else. They control everything, obviously, from a computer. So you say, well, what are you going to do? Well, Miss McCann says there's still going to be some jobs for the next 20 years. There's still going to be staff accountant positions if you know somebody and you're halfway decent, and you got a CPA or a CMA or something, right? So, yeah, I mean, what's the point to hide things? Why be somebody you're not? I've never lied. I've never tried to pretend I'm somebody I'm not, ever. Doesn't, I mean, smarter, like, but I was always surprised when I read that thing that your enemies could be in your own household. I mean, how could that possibly be? How could loved ones turn on each other? How could a few dollars, a few $100 or here or there per year or something, how can that completely revoke every great experience you had as a child, or all the wonderful times you had fishing or whatever, or with your mom? Like, how is it possible that mother against daughter, son against mother-in-law? How does that happen? It's got to be a satanic spirit. And it's very difficult with family. Everybody else can go fly a kite, right? But when it comes down to people that you've known for 50, 40 years and you love them so much, and now I've got aging parents. I'm a struggling college student. I asked a girl on a date, and yeah, I'm never doing that again. I'm never talking to a woman again, ever, never. You think I'm not even joking? Unless she talks to me. I'm not even kidding. That's where the thing, and like, if she's not in a dress, right, all the way to the ground with the toes covered up, carrying a salad bowl with some sticks in her pocket, some yarn hanging out, maybe a prayer shawl, and she's got like a document written up about, like a marriage document, like a prenup that's here, sign right here. We're talking about marriage. I am never, ever approaching a woman as long as I live. I'm not even kidding. Not after what I've been through. I mean, you already couldn't get away with it, obviously, for sexual harassment and things in the workplace and professionally, but I'm not even kidding. Even if I saw a cute girl at the coffee shop in line, I wouldn't even say hi ever again. I don't care if she's my age, she's 18, 54, 55. Would never say hi unless they initiate it. Won't do it. But how to survive as a Christian and act as a Christian as much as possible. I mean, literally. I mean, you can make the argument that I'm an undesirable, I'm a deplorable, I'm slow. Fine, those are the facts. You're not hurting my feelings. I can't change them. I'm who I am. I'm the way God made me, and I'm a really darn good person. Great person, not a good person. I'm a great person. And you know what? Literally, if you go back and review any of my videos, you'll see. Yeah, it's a boring life. I enjoy my dogs. I enjoy a few small things in life. I watch the news. I read my Bible. I don't even watch the news. I glance at it. Same story. And I've tried to figure out a way to make something happen with school, with accounting. And sure, my mother has dropped off, once a week. She's got me a meal off or something, if she's cooking a meal. Oh yeah. I mean, it's been, oh gosh, priceless. I mean the amount of money is, I mean, mom drops off a meal here and there. helps buy your books at school, whatever. I mean, it's a lot of money over for 20 years, right? And I'm grateful for that, and I'm thankful because not everybody can have that even. But the facts are, I don't need Nazis to come in and say there's something wrong with me. There's nothing wrong with me. I'm just kind of old, kind of tired, kind of stupid, kind of boring. And it's getting tougher and tougher to earn a living unless you're a doctor, lawyer, accountant, or sending a rocket to the moon. Those are just the facts. And so a lot of people in life, you're a lot of your red coat Republicans, they want to Georgia Gadstone you. Deplorable. It's cheaper to lock you up. It's cheaper to get money, and then it keeps some people busy. Like them Rosie O'Donnells, keeps them busy. They got something to do, and they don't like you anyways. But you're a human being. You kind of struggle like everybody else. But you're a good excuse for them to have something to do and pay themselves. And you're old, and you got no brothers and sisters either. And now they won't even put your downspouts out for you. Boy, how do you stay cool? How do you stay in that window of tolerance with all that stress, Nicky boy? It's tough, very tough, and it's very, very, very extremely. People, I don't give a flying hoot, right? I don't care about the neighbors. Well, I mean, I love them as the Bible says, love your neighbor as yourself. But I mean, like the lady, like I don't know that lady Colin won't call me back from about my gutters. I don't even think about. I don't even care. I let it go. I can't do anything. I'm not going to go to jail over it. You know. But I don't care about what people do. I don't care. Most of my neighbors have treated me like complete crap, and I guess it's because they think I'm a deplorable or I'm an undesirable. I guess. Hey, I'm fine with being an undesirable that reads his Bible, prays, eats relatively healthy, loves his dogs, has a few hobbies. Hey, I'm who I am, and I really don't care what you think anymore. I really don't anymore. But family it's tough. It really is tough because you love them. You love them deeply. There are so many emotions and so many blood. It's tough with family. But people that are gonna talk shit or come case my house or pick a fight over a garbage can or terrorize me for 9 months because I talked to a girl or tried to talk to a girl, or they're going to try to even do worse. I don't care about those people. Maybe Jesus does, but I ain't Jesus. You know, the bottom line is now that I'm done with college, or now that I'm done with my degree, how do I earn a sustainable, stable income? That's why I mean that's pretty simple. And I don't know. I never really had that plan when I moved up here. Again, I moved up here to be close to mom and Madeline. I I was planning on doing odd jobs. I was young. I was 10 years younger, so I was still thinking of, hey, I could do a little construction on a small amount. I can do some minimal labor job. I was more open to, shoveling manure or whatever, pretty much anything just to kind of survive. I just wanted to get out of the city. I wanted to move up my mom. And now she's really old. She's having a lot of health problems. And now all this has happened. And now the whole world, well, not anybody that's watched, not very many. I don't know. I just checked 3 views still, but that could be one person from Forest Lake and they talk to 10 people. I mean, I'm not working in this town. I'm certainly never going to, I'm not going to be working as an accountant. I mean, I even saw they had that really nice accounting firm next to Norman Quacker's. And I actually called them one time. I needed some tutoring. I had a couple questions and I wanted to, pay somebody $100 an hour to answer some of my questions. And I drove up there and their office was gone. And I'm like, what's going on? And so I finally got their number. I called and the lady's like, yeah, it's just, we laid everybody off. It's just me and my husband and we work from home. And I'm like, it's the story of America now. I mean, even and these are fine. They probably went to the University of Minnesota, Carlson's. I mean, who knows? Some really cool, really good, nice school. And they can't, or for whatever reason, their lifestyle, their expenses, they're not able to have that revenue and afford a place out in the public because they're not bringing in enough revenue, right, to sustain their lifestyle. So it's cheaper for them to work out of their house. Nobody but they're not hiring anybody, or maybe they got one person or something that comes by every once, and it's probably their niece, probably a family member, somebody, right? So these jobs are just continuing to go away. But for me, it was mostly finishing school, because I was never really interested in anything. I just never really, like I said, I was either not smart enough or it was really boring. Like I didn't want to go to school for, I don't know, whatever. Addiction counseling. Like addiction counseling was like never like, boring. If I want to sit around and listen to people whine about their drug problem, I can go to an AA meeting. And it's not so much that, but it was more, I don't want to create any enemies. The success rate of people who actually like alcohol and drugs cause them problems and who actually have long-term sobriety, it's emotional. Well, I mean, you get involved in these, so you got to have this wall up, kind of like, so you got this wall up and you can't get close to anybody, right? But you're doing a job professionally and you're constantly seeing people fail. Too emotional for me. I mean, I want to have real connections with people, believe it or not, right? So I don't know if that's what happened. They just decided to Georgia Guidestone me and decide I was an undesirable. Parents getting old, no, not any family. Let's Nazi them. We're a bunch of pizza Nazis, and we're just going to get rid of them. It's easier to institutionalize somebody. And if you didn't have a gazillion thousand videos on the NSA database somewhere, well, it'd be like the people, the Nazis. They didn't really care at first. They're like, well, whatever. We didn't see nothing. We don't care. We're not related to them. Not blood. There's no money, sex, or power involved here. We don't care. What do we care? Go ahead, do what you want. But you know what? All life, I see. That's why I don't fit into to the mold. I'm not in just one camp. I truly believe all life has value. It should never be extinguished because if God allowed a life, we should not interrupt life. I'm 100% pro-life. Don't you, you know, we shouldn't be playing God, but at the same time, I don't think we should be messing with DNA and all this other stuff either. I know there's a little few things you can't. There's going to be strange occasionally. Like somebody might be born with both sex organs, but for the most part, hey, I mean, if you're born with the male thing, you're a male. If you're born with just leave it alone. Live with it. All this other stuff is getting too much for me. But at the same time, just because somebody's gay or something, or they truly are homosexual, does that mean we get rid of them? No. All life has value. I have value, no matter what any polar bear says or any pizza Nazi, because all of a sudden I'm old. And it's harder and harder to get, as a mediocre accountant with quite a bit to learn yet, near impossible to get an accounting job. Is it? So it's just easier to get rid of me? Just easier to lock me up? Just get rid of him. He's kind of a half a weirdo anyways. He'd marry. He said it out loud. I know the rest of us, like Bill Gates and all them flying on the Lolita Express, they like to go be with real little girls and then go back to their families like nothing happened, get their jollies off. Well, this guy is actually just reading his Bible. He's a Christian. He's willing to do something within his physical ability. He's trying. He reads his Bible, and oh my God, yeah, he actually said he would marry an 18-year-old girl as long as she had one of those dresses on or something. He keeps talking about these shticks. We're not real sure exactly. We're sifting through his videos. We don't really know. It's kind of bizarre. He keeps talking about this. Like he wants to go down to Michael's and get this yarn or something and put this girl in a dress and have her play with these sticks for him. I mean, it sounds like some kind of fetish to us, but we're not sure. Oh yeah, like maybe get a 1 acre power water, put out some clothesline, huh? Oh yeah. How about I go back to the way we did it on the farm in Grantsburg, Wisconsin? Huh? You got a problem with me? What do I do? Well, things were getting so weird and so kind of scary. I decided to publish to the whole world my life. Didn't want to. Still didn't want. Still wish I didn't have to do it because it's embarrassing. It's not real cool, right, to be almost 45 years old and just kind of finishing school. Don't know what you're gonna do. Certainly ain't gonna work as a professional in this town. And it's kind of back to the whole mom's getting old, but you want to be around for mom. Kind of got an older vehicle, not gonna be driving down to Roseville every day. So, I think so. The goal was to demonstrate, no, I don't need Clonopin. They're just trying to Georgia Guidestone me as an undesirable, a loser, a failure. And I say, no, that's what the Nazis did. There's still something. At least I'm not that guy up there at the library. And I'm still in here no matter how frustrated, how hurt, how mad. or how horrible even my own family treats me, I'm still in this Word of God and I'm going to try because I'm not giving up because I'm going to keep fighting good. I'm going to keep fighting good fight of faith and realize that those cowards really what they like to come around when you're really down because they're really the sissy singing choir boys. They really are. Those devils, those Satan worshipers, they like to get you when you're down. They like to squeeze your skull. They get only a coward would want to do that when you're at your least, or a pure Satanist. And so the other thing I'll mention since I'm at it is coffee is a drug. It's a heavy duty drug. It truly, I don't care, psychological, man, it affects, it's amazing how you get I personally, I do, but I get emotional. I feel ways like you're like, well, if you, I don't know, I got, maybe it affect, I've never asked anybody. It affects me in ways that you're like, this is kind of uncomfortable. It makes you wonder, why do I drink that when, every few weeks I've got to stop because it's doing nothing except giving me a stomach ache? You're like, well, because nothing gets done. I mean, nothing. I literally I've been sleeping all day. Nothing gets done without coffee. It just doesn't. That doesn't mean I need Klonopin. It just means I'm old, I guess. But you know, the Bible says that the glory of a man and woman is the gray hair of their head, the crown of their glory. All life has value according to the Bible. We are not. We don't get to come in and go, oh, that one there looks like one of them cats with their eyes glazed over. I think we'll get rid of that one. No, you don't. You don't have that right. God didn't give you that right. Back off. Stay away. Stinky cheese, huh? Anybody got, hey, where's mommy? She got the stinky cheese. Mommy, bring me some of that stinky cheese, honey. John chapter 14, King James Version. I go to prepare. Some people are so disrespectful. Real disrespectful. They're real tough with them guns too, ain't they? They're real tough. But then they're real tough too when they surround you with 25 monster trucks. They're pretty tough too. They don't need any guns. Yeah. That's okay. I'm okay with God. I didn't drink a beer today. Don't want one. Ain't that I can't even remember. I don't. I feel great. Except for it's sad. It's sad to see my parents getting old. It's sad to not have any blood brothers or sisters. I wish I had those now. You know, I'm thinking the next best thing would be, I had a girlfriend or two, and I'm not proud of it. It's not the way the Bible did it, but like I said, I mean, I pretty much had to beat the girls off with a baseball bat. You know what I mean? They remember that dog that would chase my dad down in there in San Diego. Yeah, the girls used to chase me like that. I didn't have to chase them, and so there's a possibility that I got some kids out there, and I guess maybe maybe not having any family. Maybe God's gonna bring me back together. Maybe I had a kid or something that got the girls. I had to put it up for adoption, or maybe she just didn't tell me about it because I was so wild with my beer drinking and stuff. And maybe I still do have some family out there that I can love, and will love me. Maybe that's God's plan. I don't know, because life gets when your parents are close to death, and you got no brothers or sisters, it gets kind of tough. Maybe that's why I like talking to the camera. But who knows? Maybe God is going to reconcile me to one of my kids or something. I don't know. That I had that I don't even know of. And maybe that'll maybe I will end up having some family or something. I don't know. But because this life it gets so monotonous. This is John chapter 14, King James Version. I go to prepare a place. Let not your heart be troubled. Ye believe in God, believe also in me. In my Father's house are many mansions. If it were not so, I would have. Well, they already stole Madeline from me. That one's ruined. They ruined her. Like they made her against me. That one ain't never happened, and I tried even up to a few years ago even. They turned her against me. I don't know what they said to her. They lot She hates my guts. Like a lot of children where their parents get separated. But I'm saying maybe there's one or two or even more where the girls were Christian or something, and they didn't want to have an abortion, so they maybe gave up the kid or something. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe they come looking someday and want to talk to their dad or something. I don't know. That's what I mean. Because I'm not saying Madeline, but they ruined her. Not only they stole her and then ruined her and then turned her against me. In my Father's house are many mansions. If it were not so, I would have told you. I go to prepare a place for you. And if I go and prepare a place for you, I will come again and receive you unto myself, that where I am, there ye may be also. And whither I go, ye know, and the way ye know. Thomas saith unto him, Lord, we know not whither thou goest, and how can we know the way? Jesus saith unto him, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No man cometh unto the Father but by me. If ye had known me, if ye had known me, ye should have known my Father also. And from henceforth ye know him and have seen him. Philip saith unto him, Lord, shew us the Father, and it sufficeth us. Jesus saith unto him, Have I been so long time with you, and yet hast thou not known me? Philip, he that hath seen me hath seen the Father. And how sayest thou then, shew us the Father? Believest believest thou not that I am in the Father, and the Father in me? The words that I speak unto you, I speak not of myself, but the Father that dwelleth in me. He doeth the works. Believe me that I am in the Father, and the Father in me, or else believe me for the very work's sake. Verily, verily, I say unto you, he that believeth on me, the works that I do, the works I do shall he do also. And greater works than these shall he do, because I go unto my Father. And whatsoever ye shall ask in my name, that will I do, that the Father may be glorified in the Son. If ye shall ask anything in my name, I will do it. Verse 15, the Holy Spirit will come. If ye love me, love my commandments. And I will pray the Father, and he shall give you another comforter, that he may abide with you forever, even the Spirit of truth, whom the world cannot receive, because it seeth him not, neither knoweth him. But ye know him, for he dwelleth with you, and shall be in you. I will not leave you comfortless, I will come to you. Yet a little while, and the world seeth me no more. But ye see me. Because I live, ye shall live also. At that day ye shall know that I am in my Father, and ye in me, and I in you. He that hath my commandments and keepeth them, he it is that loveth me. And he that loveth me shall be loved of my Father, and I will love him, and will manifest myself to him. Judas saith unto him, not Iscariot, Lord, how is it that thou wilt manifest thyself unto us, and not unto the world? Jesus answered and said unto him, If a man love me, he will keep my words, and my Father will love him and will come unto him and make our abode with him. He that loveth me not keepeth not my sayings, and the word which ye hear is not mine, but the Father's which sent me. These things have I spoken unto you, being yet present with you. But the Comforter, which is the Holy Ghost, whom the Father will send in my name, he shall teach you all things, and bring all things to your remembrance, whatsoever I have said unto you. Peace I leave with you, my peace I give unto you. Not as the world giveth, give I unto you. Let not your heart be troubled, neither let it be afraid. Ye have heard how I said unto you, I go away and come again unto you. If ye loved me, ye would rejoice, because I said, I go unto the Father, for my Father is greater than I. And how I have told you before it come to pass, that when it is come to pass, ye might believe. Hereafter I will not talk much with you, for the prince of this world cometh, and hath nothing in me, but that the world may know that I love the Father, and as the Father gave me commandment, even so I do. Arise, let us go hence. Yeah, and if you think you're gonna wait, hey, sanctify old French fry. Yo, I'm sanctify all the way, dog. Y'all ain't giving me a French fry. I don't even eat French fries. I eat kosher. The only reason I'm occasionally, if somebody brings me a meal, I'll eat. Hey, you get hungry enough, you're gonna eat. I I don't eat pork. Um, but I can't believe like it's amazing the feelings like you really get used to your coffee. I mean, I don't want to. Dirk, stop it. Quit it. Hush. Quiet. You really get used to your coffee, man. You know? Maybe they're putting my downspouts up. My dogs were barking. Is that what they're doing? I think that's what we need to worry about. We need to get my downspouts. Somebody. There must be somebody out there in the government, in the city of Forest Lake, or maybe Washington County. Maybe somebody could make a phone call. Even the neighbor lady. The neighbor lady's missing hers too. I'm surprised she's putting up with that. Maybe that's why my doggies bark. Did they hear somebody playing with the tin out there? So I eat kosher. Okay. I ain't working. I don't, I worked in a restaurant. My mom owned a restaurant, Jay's Restaurant, for 25 years with my aunt, right? And so, uh, yeah. I mean, I suppose if I had a fan, I'm not, I'm a practical guy, so I'm not going to work somewhere where I don't eat the food. If I had a family or a wife to support, I suppose I would do anything like I've said. But it's sanctify, not French fry. And I don't eat that stuff. Okay. I'm a healthy eater, mostly natural foods and stuff. So I mean it's very easy. Most of your stuff in your supermarket has a kosher certification. You just don't see it. So it takes you. I know all the stuff, so I eat kosher. It's kind of a game to me. I find it interesting to find and locate the kosher symbols and figure out, follow the trend and which brands are and which aren't, and the meat and some of that stuff is a little tougher. You got to go, but right now I'm a broke college student, so I hey, you got to eat sometimes. So I do. I don't eat 100% kosher at the moment. Mommy got some stinky cheese, and so yeah, I'm not working in a restaurant. You know what I mean? But it's discouraging when you see that was a nice place. You see that accounting firm closed down their office. And it's the trend. It's the way things are going. They don't need to meet with clients. And pretty soon, in another 10 years, they'll just shut that down. And there'll be one computer programmer guy, and you'll have no idea where he is. So I don't know. It's tough. It's a conundrum, isn't it? Conundrum, not conundrum. But that's okay, because, the Bible says to worry about today. Today we got food to eat. And we don't care how much that polar bear hates us, or the people in this town hate us, or my neighbors hate us, or they're all in on it. They're the reason why they won't put out my downspouts. They won't call back. They're all in on it, and it's frustrating. So I guess all I can really do is pray that God makes a way out. I stay in here. I stay in there, and hey, you know what? As far as arguing with neighbors or homos, that never gonna happen. But mom and dad, there's a lot of history, a lot of love, a lot of memories, a lot of feelings, and it's easy to get your feelings hurt. And then I don't have any family, like I said, to talk to about it. So, but other than that, I'm feeling pretty good. It's, I'm feeling okay. I'm ready to take another nap. I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go take a nap. I bet that dog will start barking, huh? That dog will start barking. All of a sudden, I'm gonna take a nap. But I'm gonna rest. I'm gonna read some more of that. Have some dinner. Oh, I guess it's Friday. It's Shabbat Shalom. I'll come back. I'll light the candles, drink the grape juice, say the blessing, get some stinky cheese, mommy. Mommy, get out the stinky cheese for the Sabbath, Mommy, and have some dinner. And I'm going to take 24 hours. And I am going to, I already kind of started taking it, but I'm going to take a full 24 hours this week and do nothing. Okay? That's what's up. Pray to God. Meditate, read my Bible. Maybe read a little bit of that. And be an old guy. Be an old guy. Yeah, so don't come around here with any of that, homie. Stay out of here. Stay out of my life. Okay? Badges do not grant you extra rights, and most of y'all ain't very tough anyways without them guns. Nothing. Little Mikey says, little Mike, Mikey, big old Mikey from St. Paul, married to the black gal. He got what does he got? He got a fat Max, a fat Joe, a fat what? A fat boy. Fat boy, what you gonna do? Lives in Hugo or used to? He's like, yeah, I'll work out with some of the, Mikey, big old Mikey. I'll work out with some of the, the Forest Lake Police Department. Just cuz. But you have a nice day, Dickie boy. I'll see you around. All right, Mikey. Later. But I'm like, yeah, most of them, they ain't very tough without them guns. And it don't grant you extra rights to tell me what to do with my counter. Okay, it's my house. I can do what I want with my counter. No matter who calls you and says he's messing with his counter. It's my counter. I own it. And as long as I'm not making any noise between 10 p.m. and 10 a.m., stay the hell out of my life. Unless you're going to go figure out who's doing all the weird stuff. Go do that. Go figure out why they won't put my downspouts out. Go figure out why that guy got away with telling me what to do with my garbage. Go figure that out before you worry about what's wrong with me. I'm just saying. That's about all I got for him. I'm fine. I'm just tired. What I really need is half the kingdom in my lap. I need to hold half the kingdom. I need her within about 6 feet of me. I need to be able to touch and smell her, give her a little kissy, smoochy, smoochy, and figure out a way to give her some money once in a while. That'd take care of about 99% of my problems. Don't worry about me. Go about your own life. Go find somebody. Go find some meth addict or something. Go find some tweaker to put on Clonopin, all right? I ain't your goat. Go find another guy to lock in a 6x6 steel. You like steel, you say? Well, go find somebody else that you like steel with, all right? I ain't your guy. I ain't your goat. Leave me alone, please. I'm trying to get out of here. I'm trying to figure out how long Mom's gonna go. I swear, it could be one day, or it could be 6 days, it could be 6 years. I don't know. If it's gonna be 6 years, I mean, I might as well go find my own river. Such a lovely view with the shades that drown, you know. Such a beautiful view. But I can pretend and jest, you know. I'm looking out the window. Huh? Well, why don't you have the shades open? Same reason I don't have the door open. Were you eating again? You sure? You sure you're going to sleep and eat, huh? Yeah, you better find somebody else to get your goat. Hmm. Yeah. So when it rains, it pours. It just keeps getting worse, folks. I don't know if you're aware, but there was, I think it was, what's her name? She's got a really unique name. It's like Italian or something. I still get, I get at least mail from 5 or 6 different people that have lived in this shithole, water shithole. But it's some kind of Italian name. I can't think of it right now. But this place stunk for piss so bad. I kills the whole thing. You know, I thought, well, I thought about tearing up the plywood and just putting new plywood down, but you know, a lot of, you know, so I put like 3 coats of kills, and that basically took care of the. But this plywood is from 1987. You remember when the Twinkies? Get your Homer hanky. Get mommy with that stinky cheese. Get the Homer hanky panky out, mommy. So this plywood's not only 30 years old, but you had a cat lady or something here. And this place stunk for piss real bad. And so I finally heard it this year. If it wasn't the Secret Service polar bear terminite spiders crawling through there, incinerating everything, what finally happened after 30 years, that plywood, you know, it's just particle board of all the cat piss, and then 30 years and the heating up, the expansion, the contraction, it finally had enough. And when we had the thaw this year, I heard this noise through the whole, I mean, it was the whole house. That's where I'm getting it. I'm going polar bear terminite spiders. Terminator. Little termites they sent in. So they could, you know, because you know what you need for a fire, right? You know what Bad Boy says, right? You know what Brent, what's his name? Joseph? He thinks they're good fires, kind of like them pizza Nazis. Good resolution conflict. Hey, that's what bad boy, that undercover Washington County Sheriff guy, FBI, CIA, or whatever, assassin. You know what he'll tell you? He'll tell you, hey, there ain't nothing about little gasoline in a match can't fix real quick, but you need dry timber. What better way to bring us in than them Terminator terminites? I'm just playing. But I heard this noise. It sounded like everything, the floor was crumbling. So when I talk about tearing it down to the studs, I ain't even joking. I ain't even playing. I mean, hit the floor. If you were going to stay, and put like 20,000 in at least. Fully done probably. Maybe a little less to get some stuff on sale, I guess. I heard this noise on this final thaw when the weather turned. This what it kind of sounded like this, and it went on for about 5 minutes, and it sounded like it kept moving around the house. That's where I get the Terminator spiders. It wasn't just like the top floor; it was in the walls and everything. No, but I keep, I hear the noises all the time now. But I mean, it is 30 years old. Winter, summer, moisture, freeze. I guarantee it. If you remove the carpet and you walked on the floor, there's places you would fall right through the floor. The floor has upstairs. You can see it. It's bowed up. It's all like, what do you call it? Swollen. It's all done. 1987, when the Twinkies won, the Minnesota Twins won the first World Series. That's when the polar bear built this place, I bet. I'm starting to wonder if the polar bear was actually like he was a builder back then or something, and he laid this foundation. Don't forget, folks, I'm an wannabe amateur comedian. I'm hoping to laugh your ace off someday. I'm gonna get me a program together, and I'm gonna practice. I'm gonna put something real together one day. I'm gonna get me up there. I'm gonna make it up to amateur night, and you're gonna laugh your ace off. Cause I'm running out of stuff to do. And Daddy want to get some of that stinky cheese, Mommy. I gotta take the garbage out. I gotta take the garbage out. Boy, I gotta get my kip on. I gotta be a good cack. I want to be a good cack, you know. I want to make sure I'm a good cack. A good Messianic Jew. I want to be a good Messianic Jew. Make sure I got my kippah. Don't forget. Remember, God, he's right on time. Look at that. God even saved me a killet. I got me a killet here. You like my killet and my kippah? I'm a killer. Keep it. Keep it, killer. I said keep it. Kippah, kill it. I think it's kind of cool. You say, where'd you get? I don't know. Mama must have knew. Mama knew something. Mama had that in somewhere. Keep it, kill it, kill it, kill it, keep it, kill it. I need to take another nap. No coffee equals nap time. Okay? Hi, baby. Hi, babies. Come on, sweetheart. You want to show them how pretty you are, baby? Show them how pretty. Now smile for the camera, honey. Show the world how pretty you are. Say, hey, savage. Hey, you big goon. Hey, savage. Hey, conservative Christian, you big goon. Look at her. There's that precious you was looking for. You little sissy singing choir boy, you. You like to pick on little doggies? Yeah, when I think of Savage and those guys, and but I'm like, yeah, I'll take the blue pill. Yeah, I'm going. Y'all over there. I'm going. Yeah, okay, I'll go that way. I'm cool with my skateboard. Yeah, give me the blue pill then. Nope, go. Let me eat. No. I want to find out who laid this foundation. That's where my FBI investigation is taking me. That's what I'm looking into now. Look it up. Who laid this foundation? Whoever built this house did they did the really crap. All the electrical is all effed up and screwed up, and everything in this place is, I mean, the worst. It barely. I got it jimmy rigged every which way from Sunday, otherwise it wouldn't even work. I mean, literally, everything needs to be completely gutted. Everything needs to be redone. All the electrical, I mean, everything. It literally is the pits of hell. You wonder why I named myself the camper? Yep. No, you don't. You shouldn't. I'm basically camping. Hey, Garrett, hey, you know what? Hey, come here. No. That's enough. Go to your kennel. Kennel up. Kennel up now. Kennel up. Is that you? I told you they'd wake me up. They wouldn't let me have a nap. I knew that. No. I was having a perfectly wonderful nap. I was having a wonderful nap. But go wake them up. Go get them up. God, we want them acting crazy, not normal. Go wake them up. Get them up out of this. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. All right, that's enough. Our Father, who art in heaven. What?
The gas is in my car.
Get him up. Wake him up out of his nap there. Our Father, who art in heaven.
Here's the clippers. Where do you want them?
I don't care. Can't talk to you, so it's impossible to talk to you about anything. Couldn't try to save any money because I can't talk to you. You won't let me talk to you. If I can't talk to somebody, how can I? Nothing can happen. So that's what you do. That's a Nazi propaganda, is what that is. I could have probably saved $100, but you won't. You don't want to talk. So what? I can't do it. There's probably another clippers. You probably buy the $50 clippers instead of the $150 because it ain't gonna make a difference. But you can't talk to a guy like you, see? How can anything get done? You won't talk. There's no talking to you. None. Impossible.